Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Dark. And when last we left off, we ended up meeting the mysterious collector, who gave us two paths with which to take. Follow the dark, or follow the mask. And he mentioned about the mask being somewhat crucial in helping us deal with the dark. So I've headed on the path to find out more about that. So let's get a move on. We are back at Kamakura, where the cherry blossoms are blooming in winter. We can enter the station. Oh, it's you. I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And then I saw that picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remembered meeting you and couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course it's not good or anything, but you know, you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on there. Like, wow. Pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right. Sorry. Yes. Hello? Again? Right, well, we can't talk to him. Ooh, hello. Let's ask about those cherry blossoms. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out? It's so beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subhitella. There we go. The Prunus subhitella autumnalis that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least that's what it says online. Who'd have thought we'd have them right here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? A cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall? I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? It seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah. It certainly feels that way. Huh? You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? No, not particularly. We can exit, but let's ask about Mai's grandmother. Is Mai's grandmother still at the house near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh yes, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I heard there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kuwana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? Well, let's be honest. I mean, there's no harm in it, is there? Yes, she gave me the mask. Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So, do you know when they'll return it? You'll have to ask HQ about that kind of thing, sorry. I did. I contacted them several times. They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't have it. You don't think they're lying, do you, detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that, something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. You may have lied. Where's Mai? Where's Mai? I'm looking for Mai, Kuwana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the, happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've only barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. And maybe it's best you leave her alone? It's important I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down this street like usual. Mai's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Okay, we don't want to leave Kamakura. So let us investigate. Crazy kooky old lady's house. Mai is supposed to be at the shrine. They didn't clean up the blood splotches or the paint since we were here last. What was it? It was like 6 months ago, wasn't it? Or 6 weeks? Go away, no visitors. Go away, no visitors. Third time's a charm, eh, folks? Go away, no visitors. Fine. Oh boy. Go to shrine. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was Mai Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was me she was terrified of. We were the only 2 people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence watching from the shadows. What? No! I do not want to kill her. I do not want to kill her. I'm not doing anything. No. No, I won't do it. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. You, the detective from before, why are you standing there? Is it over? I'm fine, sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologise? Now? I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. I guess that makes me the last person you'd want to see now. After that day, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was the only following... Oh, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. But that's the truth. The truth? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name is Ito, right? It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that day in April really happened in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask the red-headed girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that that mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me, but covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry. Listen to me, rambling away. I bet you don't care about any of that. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything about maybe Takashi. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. Oh, sorry, Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about how my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a kendo dojo in Asakusa in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the kendo world. Sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mai. There we go. And we didn't shoot her. Whew. That was intense. Go away, no visitors. You old bag. Right, I guess we should leave Kamakura then. Okay, so we've got a lead. So we can't go to Kabakiko anymore. Can we go to our apartment? No, so the only place we can actually go to then is Asakusa. Asakusa, the home of Sensoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high rises. Let's go. My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. So, we have to be the epitome of caution. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. I guess we could always buy some octopus balls. Everybody likes octopus balls, right? Oh, hello there. Would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you'll buy at a food stand at a festival. They will make you question everything you know about octopus in ball form. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. Wow, you're right. This is maybe the best takoyaki I've had. Oh, thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. Ooh. We got +10 sanity, but we lost a fair amount of neuroses and 1 to professionalism. The tourists, likely I can hear them speaking English. Ugh, my English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there. Is there something we can help you with? Huh? I don't speak Wait. Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company. so I'd be in a bit of trouble too.
Don't look at me. I just live here. We're not in Tokyo, in the suburbs.
Whoa, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, I never would have thought.
Would you prefer to speak in English instead?
No, please. Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No. We come to Asakusa every year and the yukata become part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh?
Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though.
Interesting. Oh, wait, whoa. Ask about the Takashi Dojo. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo where a Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area.
Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? But right, he's that kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us.
People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time.
Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense. When you think about it, with how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him.
Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental... no kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments.
I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack to the jawline. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all that much, though.
Yeah. Anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that specific about it.
You see, it says so right here in the dojo's flyer. He was out here when about 10 minutes before you came handing them out. Kinda seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him, though.
I admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known off the top of our head. But we're glad we're able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now, trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. Are you associated with the police somehow? Huh? Who? Me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like, private detective? Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just,
Sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right?
Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys.
My pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks.
The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talk about the kendo competitions like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seems like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. Okay. So, this must be the dojo. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. And I guess we have no choice but to enter, really? So let's go in. Who are you? Oh, do we start off? A friend of mine. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really, you think I wouldn't recognise you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be her friend to no doubt get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read is all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here before myself and one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Ooh, prickly. Maybe we should have started off with the truth. Ah well. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. I don't know if I should go back to Mai, but it seems it's the only option I have, so let's go. Do 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 do. What's going to have changed? Are we going to get driven to kill her? I hope not. Are we going to get that creepy ass music? I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep, you found my big brother all right. He's been protected of me ever since we were little. I know, I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way, but if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No, I'm no more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Whoa. What the? A dead crow lays in the middle of the street. The small body is in a bad state of decay. Covered in dry blood, the maggots have begun eating at its remains. That's not right, because that wasn't there before.
I said no visitors! Leave me alone!
Grandma, it's me. Please open the door.
Mai, oh Mai, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in.
Why the dead crow? Oh God, did not like being here the last time.
Wait, what is she doing here?
It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help.
Help? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something and you were going to free me from the past.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask?
Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it, like needles in my skin dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too, detective? A dark place where those who've lost reside, or we've lost reside. I'm so old and have wasted so much time, yet the pain won't go away. My poor Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her.
Emiko? You mean Mum? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born.
Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will.
Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know, your mother. And you, detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you think you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough.
You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family.
Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami? Oh, Izanagi and Izanami. I'm going to screw this up. Something rotten, I am.
Grandma, this again. I'm sure Ito's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going.
Stay right there. Though I've told you this story so many times, you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it.
Oh, here we go.
Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods known to us as the kami. In legend, it was the drops of ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of the mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the kami of fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced with her mortality, new kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable, and in his rage he struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his love. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try and ask the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed and some doors should never be opened. You must stop.
Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things.
The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Emiko, then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Mai, come here, my sweet child. We must keep you away from her. No, Grandma, I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. No, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai. You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. Tell us stories about Kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time he's going to tell me the truth about everything, about Mum and Dad too. No, stop. I'll tell you how your parents... how they... You can't, can you? You've never told me how they died. The reasons always changed every time I asked. No, Mai, please. You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? There. What are you talking about? You're insane! I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon. Don't go. Please. Goodbye, Grandma. Damn. Grandmother and granddaughter. Oh, Jesus. Why do this? I'm sorry, she's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Enter. Whoa, 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 where do you think you're going? Mai and I are leaving. What of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Mai's grandmother and she says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask why they, or what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad if she called. Mai's an adult. Her grandmother can keep her... Mai's an adult. Her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. I mean, I could use violence. Maybe there's another way, though. Okay. Whoops, -10 professionalism. Oh, wait. They've got the wrong face in there. Ito, what are you doing? Is he going to be okay? He'll be up again in a few hours. Why did he stop us like that? He's never done that before. Still, you shouldn't have done that. He'll be fine. Let's go. Wait, we can't just leave him here. What if he's hurt? Mai, let's go. He might not be the only one who wants to stop us. But, fine, let's go. That was fun. That was nice knocking his block off. Right, anyway, folks, when we return, I tell you what, we'll just travel there now.
But we're going to return back to this later once we travel to where we need to go. And we're going to be having Mai have a chit chat with her brother. So for now, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that bell for the notifications. And I hope to see you all again soon in the next installment of Tokyo Dark, where maybe things are going to start getting a little more twisted again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.